Why can't I think of that song? Because the way you said that just made it sound like I'm pretty fly for a white guy.
Offspring.
Yes.
Offspring.
Dude. That was totally me in high school. Offspring was great. They were great.
You did love that.
Dude,
it was
too. Come on now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. No, like, so it's still kind of sad that song is what they're known for, because they had a couple really good albums.
Well, they had
good albums. Yeah. But they really do get overshadowed by that single, though.
Yes,
man,
it sucks.
So, with that,
stick with what's catchy.
And what's catchy is welcome to Crashing Game Night. My name is Matt Diorio, your host. As always, I am joined by the Beanied One, who is coming to us from a land of despair after the Denver Nuggets swept the LA Lakers right out of the Western Conference Finals.
Dude,
the Beanied One.
Dude, that was ugly. It got ugly. Yeah. I mean, it went to the point where I just had to watch highlights because it was just bad. That was not a great year. Anyways,
I just know
what's up,
that
nerds?
My dad bet on that game, and I know that Denver was favored by 5.5 points.
Wow. That's anyways, and what's up, nerds? How's it going?
We'll talk about it here in a second. But anyways,
we've got our ups and downs today.
nice and kind of red, kind of tan, back from his journey from
well done.
Definitely Sunshine State. The well done, baby faced one. Theo Walski.
What's up, everybody? I mean, do I really look tan? I feel like I look pretty red right now.
You look like a lobster.
You look tan, honestly, a little bit to me. You definitely look like you got a little sun.
I look at you, Theo, and all I'm thinking about is the B-52's Rock Lobster song.
Damn.
That's brutal, man.
Yeah.
I'll take it though. I mean, this is looking yeah.
Are you opening up KFC original or extra crispy?
Oh Jesus.
Ouch.
Well, with
mustache
coming through. I see.
That just means you're not like toasty, you're tropical. You're tropical. You got tropical heated,
Does that mean I'm fruity? Am I fruity?
Maybe a little bit. Yeah.
And the maitre d' services, the man with couch, the man rocking the Street Fighter shirt.
Yes, sir.
The Lions main.
You enjoy the beta,
Jason
guys.
Baladio.
How's it going, guys? How's it going tonight? Theo, welcome back. It's good to have you back, man.
What's up, dude?
It's
especially after Jason and I had to do the dynamic duo ending last week. It was just just didn't feel right.
Yeah,
Jerry
I had to leave early too. Yeah,
Jerry bombed the last time. It's like, you know what, like. It's not the same, man. It's not the same. So welcome back, sir. Welcome back.
Yeah,
I missed you for that.
Yeah,
I just want to say
we missed you, dude.
You're growing that little
Jerry
mustache.
Just
Jerry,
lazy.
I will say this: LeBron gave the Nuggets a scare in that first half.
Yeah, but what about the first three games?
Dude, I mean, first game was it was a coin flip. Not the three was just like, dude, you know.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, like, you didn't even play it at work.
It did. It just every time it just every time every game that I was catching the highlights, it just kept seeming like they were either giving up or they were getting gassed or like something was going on at the very those are the games you give it your all, man.
Well, I'm sorry if LeBron wasn't getting the refs to call phantom fouls for him, because that was the theme of last night's game.
Yeah.
But I will say so. It's like that's rough, the one thing though is that the national media did not give Denver any chance. It was all Lakers. That's all the conversation was. And And I will say this though, when I turned on the game last night when I was watching the live feed, they put Denver down 15 points. Like at the half, they were up 15. And I was like, okay, so Denver's going to have a game where they're just not going to play and they'll just bring it back to Denver and win it here. But then to have Denver come out and do a 36-16 third quarter and just eviscerate that 15-point lead was rather entertaining.
Yeah.
But that's, I think that just shows to show you though, just, I mean, yes, the Lakers were that good, you know, once they got their trades and everything and after the trade deadline and whatnot. But man, for the first time in 47 years, the Nuggets are going to the finals.
Yeah. See, and props,
that's crazy,
props
man.
to that, man. Props to that.
Yeah.
Honestly, like somebody was talking to me about it and I was like, dude, Denver's really haven't been to the finals. So I mean, like,
that's pretty crazy.
Never been.
Props to them.
Even the Rockies went to the World Series.
You got to give props to them when props due, man. You know, like it's good on them.
Oh yeah, it was a good game though. It was.
Oh yeah.
You know, and so, Jason, how's your Costco minute?
Oh, you know, it's the same.
You looking into that? You looking into that transfer yet?
No, the transfer
you
to
said, we talked about it that there were
still up. It's still up, and I still see that little
and
posting.
whatnot, so
I still see that little posting. It's up, and I'm like, one of my coworkers actually going to that location.
Really?
So,
really?
Yeah.
Why don't you join them?
I know.
You know, Theo and I could show you around. You know, some good places. You know, yes, it's not.
Matt,
you know, we don't have Knicks
since I've never been anywhere.
I mean, we don't have Knicks, but you know, we've got some good places.
Like, what the hell is snow? You know, what the hell is snow? I can't get over that, man. Like,
if you want to ask Mother Nature, it was that ice stuff falling.
You know,
last weeks.
Do people drive? Is it like a
yes?
Is it like you know, you have to wait for the Zamboni to come around, or like
Zamboni?
What the
Dude,
heck?
there are days. Ooh, that would be hilarious
awesome.
when we get those like snowpack days to see a Zamboni going down I-25.
That's pretty funny.
Do I need to bring ice skates to work?
No, we all have like cars like 007
skates to work. Good
have
Lord.
like spikes that come out of the tires.
Yep.
Shout out to all the people that are in snow. Like, you know, I'm not a big fan of it, so we'll see.
No,
we'll see. I don't think so.
Real quick before we kind of get into news, guys, I don't have a kindergartner after Thursday anymore.
But you have hopes for another one in a couple of years.
Well,
oh my gosh,
he's growing up.
He is, and
growing up.
We're already looking at preschool for the youngin, and maybe hopefully, depending on how things work out, maybe getting him to test early to see if he can start kindergarten a year early.
Guys, we're old. We're old.
Thanks, Theo.
Man, the code dog is
okay.
Wow.
So what's even funnier about that, Theo,
that's crazy.
One of Cody's good friends in kindergarten. His dad and I went to high school together, and he graduated a year or two behind me.
Oh, no way.
So even in that relationship, you're the old one.
Yeah, I still am.
I'm just kidding.
And then another one of his classmates.
I'm just kidding.
Another one of his classmates, their dad was 2 years behind me. We all knew each other.
That's pretty wild, though. Okay. So yeah, that's crazy. And they, you all look at each other and like
all those freshmen and sophomores.
Wow, yeah,
right. So,
holy crap,
yeah, right. So let's get into the news, shall we?
Newsy news.
So
right on.
We have talked about the writer's strike that's going on right now. It's still going on because the studios are refusing to budge on anything right now. But in a basically fuck around and find out move, SAG has now basically started the vote to authorize the strike, and the Directors Guild is not too far behind them.
Yeah.
So if Hollywood wants to be able to make any movies whatsoever, they need to get off they need to pony up, and they need to do something, because you're about to have all of your industry on strike. Can you imagine that? All of Hollywood, directors, writers, and actors all on strike at the same time.
It's insane. That would definitely be, that's a first.
Yeah.
That would be a first.
We would be stuck with reality TV, maybe, and content creators.
No, you couldn't do reality TV, because if the directors go on strike,
Do you really need a director for reality TV though?
I mean,
The producers could essentially take over.
You gotta
really depending on the show if it needs to stay on. Yeah.
You gotta snip this, you gotta snip that. Oh, we gotta add this.
But if the producers take over in a directing role, that could violate contracts with the directors.
But the other thing is, it depends on the producer if they're also in the Directors Guild.
Yeah.
So because also producers might be striking as well, because that's also a form to be in the Directors Guild as well. So it's just a huge can of worms, and like it's crazy because like if you think about it, not only is it kind of a first, but really when you think about it, like everything stops. But logistically, even to get everything back and going. Like that, they have to consider that because because it's going to take even longer for them to get everything up and going again. Because like, of course, nothing's been written, nothing's been updated, so you need time to write. Like,
do you think indies will skyrocket? Like Sundance streaming will like.
No, because Sundance, a lot of those, a lot of those indies, they're still part of SAG.
And independent movies can still get made, but in order for it to make a significant hit, it would need something like the pandemic to happen, because really like that's how we got influencers to get as big as they really are now. I mean, they got their big push during those 2 years.
Dude,
they were still around.
We got Celebrity Apprentice because of the last writer's strike.
Right. And so it would need a longer span like that for independent movies to become like to kind of like break in. Kind of like
right now it's in the strike. You don't want to be that guy that's just like, I'm releasing stuff during that time.
Dude,
like,
what is it?
You can't cross the line, man.
So Ken Jennings, who is a longtime Jeopardy champion, who's been co-hosting with Mayim Bialik, like talk about you don't want to be that guy. He is being that guy because the writers went on strike. So Mayim said, "Hey, I'm going to support the writers, even though all of the writers have done their work for the show." And
didn't she lose the job for that? Oh, sure, she left.
Lost the job. She walked off to basically support the writers. Ken Jennings is like, well, we need to make sure this show finishes off, so I'm going to go ahead and go host. So like people are pissed at him.
Good.
Because he doesn't get it. He doesn't understand what it means in the solidarity. And like one of the big things that the actors are worried about now is AI. Both from, voice from the voice actor side of the equation, and just even from the acting side, is that AI is getting so good with some of the animation tone and everything.
Dude, just imagine the loopholes of just an advertising company that would use that.
Yep.
It's actually pretty amazing. I just happened to answer a spam call, and it was AI calling, and it sounded really good, surprisingly enough.
Really?
Yeah. I answered it as like, this sounds like a real person, but then like with the lack of responsiveness, it was like, oh, okay, this is recording.
That would freak me out.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, because also too is this could impact gaming as well. If SAG strikes, you've got a lot of these voice actors and a lot of these games that are in production that do mocap, they're gonna have to go on hold now as well if the actors strike. So it'll be interesting. I hope it doesn't come to that, because we have several friends are part of the Screen Actors Guild, and it would impact their livelihoods quite heavily. So I hope the studios just say screw it and give your CEO a 10% pay cut to pay for this, because a couple of these CEOs are making $250 million
only,
and only, and a 10% pay cut would pay for this whole entire thing. That's it. So,
But anyways, I'm sure there are other parts of the demands too that are going to have to be discussed. Yeah,
it's going to be given.
Like I would certainly take the opportunity to. Like given all the Netflix problems, I would certainly like fight for like creative freedom, or like to stick to like original material, or to have more of a say when as like a writer, to have like the creative freedom to stick to material, something like that. I would fight for that as well. So I'm sure some of them are as well.
Real quick before we move on, I think the studios are missing out on a lot of things for their late night shows and SNL, because politics the last like week and a half has been like gold, but you can't make fun of it right now because there's nobody there to do it. So anyway, so Jason, you wearing your Street Fighter shirt?
Yes, sir.
So the other white meat, Mortal Kombat released their trailer.
Yeah.
Over the last couple days.
Yeah, buddy.
MK1.
I take that as you just called Mortal Kombat a pig.
No, not necessarily.
No, call it the other white meat.
It's the other white meat in the fighting genre. Yeah, I mean, come on, you got
all sorts, man. You got Street Fighter, you got Mortal Kombat, you have Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue, you got a bunch of
so many.
Yeah, you got the leftover fat, you got the skin, light meat, dark meat.
Yeah. Are we bringing back that flashback deal of E3?
No.
You mentioned it
in my head right now. I'm living it in my head. It's fine. We don't need to relive it.
The only thing, like, I love the trailer and the direction they kind of went with it, and I love the look of Scorpion and Sub-Zero. But how do we feel about Liu Kang being a god?
Well, I'm sensing that's going to be kind of like their flashpoint, like beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And ending the previous story, and I think he's doing the reset, but like he obviously has to be part of the first initial story. Honestly, I think after that he's going to be gone. Like he's just going to I'll be watching you, and he disappears into the sunset.
So he's going to pull a Raiden, something
like that, but like more of a permanent nature, to where like kinda once the timeline's ready, because in the interview I forgot the creator's name for Mortal Kombat,
Boon?
But Ed Boon.
You forgot Ed Boon?
I'm terrible with those. I'm terrible with names.
Rusty.
I'm terrible with names, unless it's a movie and director. But no, he said like this was a complete, like they felt like they wanted a fresh restart. So apparently this is supposed to be like a complete like straight story, because the last couple games like had kind of a convoluted story from like previous games. So it's
pretty much what's happening is that you cannot keep up with the lore any harder. So once the lore kind of gets to the end of the book, you just pretty
much everyone's been following the lore from the last two games.
Okay. Well, I mean, just like all in all in general, because it's gone on for over 11 main title games, and then now we have obviously there's a bunch of offshoots. There was a bunch of movies. There's like the lore can only get.
We don't need to talk about some of those movies.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, some of it is canon, some of it is not. A lot of it's not. Yeah. But like there are bits and pieces where it's tossed here and there. So what do they need to do? They really just do need to reset it.
Yeah.
Reset the franchise. Come back to
that's
it.
That's the thing, though. That's the thing, though. That like getting to the trailer now. Like I have no worries about it just based on the trailer alone.
Yeah.
Like they're even going back to the basics and the looks of the characters for the most part.
Well, I mean, like, now
it's a lot of refreshed looks. Like, and like you said, it's fifth gen.
It's fifth gen. It's gonna be like one of those that is just gonna eat the heck out of your system. But it's fifth gen, and now you can actually get people that are going to be more aged, or they're going to be what the people were expecting it to be, rather than be like, it just looks like a regular dude.
And as you said, like it's fifth gen, which also makes sense to reboot and restart the story.
Yeah, I mean,
because
it makes sense.
Obviously, you want longevity to continue on. Which it's exciting, and it looks great.
It's the reason we have the ESRB.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
So
yes, they are.
So real quick, the Mario theme is being inducted or enshrined rather into the National Recording Registry, which is by the U.S. Library of Congress. So every year they do movies, books, and music.
Which I'm also kind of surprised, like, it's taken this long.
Right?
Kind of. I mean,
but it deserves it, though.
Yeah, definitely. Also just kind of surprised it's taken this long.
Yeah.
Especially when there is 600 works of music on the registry.
And are there like any others like based of video games?
I don't know. I'd have to go.
That's something that is what makes me curious about this. Is like, yeah.
Let's look at the listings.
Because like if Halo's like there before Mario, like that's kind of like, come on.
All right, so this year, let's see.
So what would be the problem with Halo coming in before Mario?
A lot.
Well, I feel like
from a gaming perspective, but how about from just a pure music perspective?
Okay, so
that's a good argument there. That's a good argument. Music. I'm just saying, but out of a video game historic perspective, I would say Mario kind of deserves.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Give me an idea.
But this is Zelda belongs it before Halo in that respect.
So
I mean, also like, so where's Zelda too?
So here's this year's class, right? So Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin, which has been out since '71. Margaritaville.
Oh God.
What's that in there, man?
The Eurythmics Sweet Dreams. Like a Virgin by Madonna. Okay. Oh my God, they're putting in All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey.
Oh my God, I get it, but that still kind of triggered me. That still kind of triggers. I can't listen to that song ever.
Okay, so let's see if I can sort this by other.
I will never willingly listen to that song like ever in my life.
No,
I've heard it enough.
Okay,
like
so
heard it enough to where it scars us.
Yeah.
Just real quick, doing a quick glance. Okay. This is the first video game song that is on the registry.
Mario?
Yeah, Mario's first.
Okay. Cool. Makes sense.
At least from what I can see on, just doing a quick scan, right? And looking through things. So
okay. Now if Halo was put in, I would be okay.
Yeah, I mean,
wow. So yeah.
But yeah.
So it just took that long. That's crazy. But cool.
It's deserving. So all right. Let's look at giving Theo some airtime here with Destiny.
Oh geez.
Bro.
They do look really good with
starting today with Season of the Deep.
Yeah.
We are recording on the 23rd. This is the new skins that we are getting. So we're getting God of War, Horizon, Last of Us, and Ghost of Tsushima. Theo, I'm guessing from the looks of it, we got...
I didn't even see the ghost.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. So that's Last of Us.
There's a ship. There's a ship too as well that has the cordyceps on it as well.
There's a ship, Ghost, and Sparrow that are all for Last of Us.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. That's cool, man.
A lot of people though were saying, why didn't they go Ratchet and Clank for that? Because of of course what they.
So there is
a thing. However, there is an emote.
Yeah, there is an emote that was in the trailer.
Yep.
So cool.
Theo, as I'm looking at these, right, we've got Kratos for Titans.
Yep.
Aloy for Hunters.
Good.
And Ghost of Tsushima for Warlocks.
Yep.
Okay. Which one did you get?
The nice thing with those as well is that they also integrated finishing moves. So they have finishers for each one as well. Ooh. So Kratos is the flaming knives. Swung down on the enemy.
That's cool.
Aloy is a slide arrow shot into the face.
Sweet.
And Ghost of Tsushima is a super long katana finishing strike.
The standoff.
Yeah, the standoff.
Sick. Dude, they look good. They all look really good. I like the focus on the hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
that's a cool and the accessories, like everything. Dude, it looks awesome, man. I love it. And Kratos, I love the helmet. Yeah, everything looks good, dude. It looks like it's based off the Ragnarok.
Yeah, it's supposed to be based off of the Ragnarok.
All right, so
armor, pretty cool.
So along those lines, let's talk some financials really quick. So,
money.
This year-end stuff. So, they kind of highlight their foundations for growth, across, accessories, PlayStation Plus, PS5, VR. Now, portfolio expansion. This was kind of interesting. Is you've got, they just did God of War, they did Last of Us, Horizon, Ghost, but Uncharted is on there. We haven't had a game for Uncharted in 7 years.
A new game. A new
Uncharted in 7 years. New. Not a remaster, but new. So, you look at their growth. It's kind of interesting, when you look at their operating income, like, PlayStation 1, and then they drop down negative for each launch, but except PS5. PS5 was not a negative at launch. So more power to them.
Yeah.
They're of course, like we said, this is weird, is that for the PS5 in year one, it outsold the PS4, but then undersold it because of supplies, which we know that. But the fact that they were able to outsell the PS4 in year one, given that we were in the middle of a pandemic, is rather interesting. They've now solved the production issues. They're calling it unprecedented demand. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Xbox ain't making games right now. I mean, people want to play games and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's be honest. I mean, they came out with Redfall. Baby. I mean,
remember, they were like, "Oh, we're not going to have any exclusives for how many years?"
Okay,
and then after
2 years, it's 2 years is gone.
Exclusive embargo.
Let's talk about this, right? Okay, strongest gaming brand, right? I don't know where they got their statistics from, but so it looks like we can assume red is Nintendo and green is Xbox, even though they're saying brand B and brand C. And you look at it, but I don't
think these are right.
I don't think they're right because Nintendo's been.
I would say Nintendo's it should be closer, if not
yeah.
I mean, category momentum, like strongest gaming brand. Depending on strongest game out, but I would still say like Nintendo should be neck and neck with PlayStation.
And I think where this came from is that they sent out a survey a couple of months back to PlayStation owners and asked certain questions, including, "Hey, do you have a Switch? Do you have an Xbox?" Stuff like that. So I think in some ways these are kind of skewed. Because we know the popularity of the Switch, how it's been outselling and whatnot. And now that you have Tears of the Kingdom, so we look at their existing portfolio. We know all of these already. But then you look at the upcoming releases. Spider-Man 2 rumored to come out this year. Wolverine, we know it's in flight. And no, our friend Mary cannot tell us any information about it. However, she is on maternity leave now. So, hopefully everything goes great with the baby, while you're on leave
and congrats
and whatnot. So, But yeah, you've got Avatar, you've got Tekken, FF16 we know is coming out next month. You know, you've got a Silent Hill. So you look at their engagements, you know, you look at paid subs, it's about the same, you know, and you know, life to date store transaction attachments. And I think this is a lot of it is that shift to digital is why it's a 30, you know, a jump from 31 to 53%. You know, lifetime value, you know, they look at, you know, $479 average life to date spend per console per person. So I think this is a little flawed in some respects because we know that games are $70 now versus $60. So you have $10 more per in there. You know, they're talking about the premiums and extras and essentials, you know, the 3 different tiers of PlayStation Plus. So here's, you know, when you look at it, right, they only have 30% of their subs are on premium and extra. So when you look at how many they've actually sold, that's still a lot that's still chilling out on basic PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
So
the other two, the premium and the extra, they don't have things where you're like, oh, hey, I need to upgrade it.
Yeah.
Like,
when you go back to it, right? Look at it. Like, okay, you get a game catalog, which is PS3 and classics and stuff. You get Ubisoft classics. Okay. You know, and then the only other thing, cloud streaming, which is the only way you can do PS3 is cloud streaming. And you get game trials. That's it.
Well, it's not the game trials, but I mean, you only get at most 400 old games that you probably 800 at the most that you probably have already. That you like, the ones you already wanted to play. Or
That's why I only need the basic.
So,
standard package.
PSVR 2 sold 8% more in the 6 weeks from launch than the VR 1. So they've got some more games coming, Resident Evil 4 and Ghostbusters and whatnot. So this is where it gets interesting, right? And this is where I think we can, after this, we'll start talking about the showcase for tomorrow, but like looking at integrating Bungie, like fully into the things, which they're the live services expert. I mean, Theo's still playing Destiny. You know, so with that,
only 10 years later,
you know, right. Yeah. Was it 2015 we did the demo?
I don't remember. Well,
no.
Yeah.
Earlier than that. I think it's 14.
14.
Was it 14?
Yeah, because remember when it was announced, it had that big like super sound dome, and it was only that trailer for that 1 year.
Which is but I'm talking like even the alpha. So that was 2015 because that's when we met Christy Pride and company was 2015. Wasn't it, Jerry?
Destiny 1 was released September 9th, 2014.
Okay, so it was 2014 then, and we were in that line for the demo for it, and that's where we met Christy Pride.
Because that was the same year I met Ashley Johnson and
So
oh man. Voice actor who played Joel. Troy Baker.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're looking at some things here. So it looks like, you know, they're, you know, movie wise, we know Gran Turismo is getting ready to come out. Ghost of Tsushima movie's been in the works. You've got the TV shows, you know, God of War, Horizon, Twisted Metal, Last of Us. I didn't know they were going to be doing an Uncharted ride at Port Adventure, which I have no idea where that's at.
Unnecessary.
You know, and you got their toys line with Lego and stuff like that.
Yo, go back up. Like
unnecessary.
With the Uniqlo. Oh my God, man. Just I don't care what game franchise, what studio you belong to. Like Uniqlo has been busting out some shirts.
Their Final Fantasy line was gorgeous.
Yeah, they are badass. Like, I mean,
and
I still have my
after.
DK. My DK shirt is from Uniqlo. And
Jason, are those the Final Fantasy shirts? The ones that you were always trying to get? Is that made by them?
Yeah. That's the one that I've worn on the podcast with. That's a Uniqlo shirt.
Oh,
yeah. Remember when we went to
my DK that I wear sometimes? That's a Uniqlo shirt. I mean, Uniqlo has been.
Oh wow! So they're looking into getting some better products, better merchandise.
And there are really good products. So I mean, like,
yeah, they are.
Uniqlo for getting all those gamers to just buy these shirts that are just awesome, man. Awesome.
I'm just very worried at the direction that they're going with Uncharted. I don't understand the ride.
Until maybe it might be the new game, man.
I'm all for a ride rather than like a theater experience, like Indiana Jones stunt thing, whatever.
That's true.
Disney. I don't need another one of those.
Yep. And then they're looking at live services, invest to capture growth. So they're looking at add-on content, full game subscriptions. Like,
yeah, it's so scripted. So scripted, it's bad.
Yes, look at how bad this is. Like, and remember, I said when we talked about the closure of Pixel Opus, right? They closed that studio and they bought a multiplayer studio, right? Okay. So I kind of called some of this, right? But when you look at their investment, right? PS5 investment by business model, traditional versus live service. They're wanting to do 60% investment into live service versus 40% versus traditional. Do we, and I think this is one of those things is where that Sean Layden and Jim Ryan rift came from, that Sean Layden left the company for, is because Jim Ryan was all about this live service, online multiplayer and all that. And Sean was like, let's stick to what's made PlayStation all these years.
Yep.
Yeah, but we also don't know if this is like their big like pivot move if they lose that big case, because
this has nothing to. This is just live service.
Win or lose, it doesn't matter if they want to lose. They need to stick to their guns. The big three they stick to their guns.
Yeah, but they need to figure out some other revenue service. Like, I understand trying to get more live service or stuff like that. It's just
I agree with Jerry. Like, you have to invest in a little bit more for newer things. I mean, even if you were looking at this graphic that roughly speaking, with financial year 25, they're putting in roughly the same amount as 19.
Because that's you got to think of it as a startup
total amount of investment, but still.
Because if you look at the investment in 19, it was 88% traditional, only 12% live service.
But
this year was 50
total amount though. But you got to think about, like, if you're going to start a live service and put money into new IPs, the research, you got to put substantial money into it in order to get something started and get growth going.
If we're saying,
so I kind of get this right now.
Yeah, if we're saying 19, that they 88% was $12 million, let's just say for a number, 40% is going to be $20 million in 25, based off of the graphic that they're saying here. So I think
then you're going to put, if you put 20 million on that, and then it's going to be what, 30 million for that 60% for the live service. I mean,
sure.
I get that's what they're going to go towards, and that's what a lot of, like we've been talking about, a lot of digital is going to be the next wave of what's going to happen, and it's slowly making that transition.
But that's also where all the technology is being invested too, so it's going to cost more in order to do it.
It's true, but just like me and Jerry, like, hey,
because traditional as it is, especially if we're talking about like physical or disc, it's not going to take as much technology increases in order to make it better or anything. It's kind of getting to that point where you can't put
it's almost limiting.
Well, but when they say
on a disc,
but when they say live service, though, that means Destiny, that means Fortnite. That's where they're wanting their model to go. So it's not and that's where I think Sony, in an effort to, yes, I get it, because first it was battle royales, right? And then everyone realized you can't do a battle royale game, and you can't copy Fortnite, right? And it's like, now you can't, I don't think you can copy like live service.
Just to get us sidetracked, I just have a question. Which came first, Fortnite or PUBG?
PUBG.
Okay.
First was Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Counter-Strike wasn't battle royale though.
Yeah, it's not.
No, but then Fortnite kind of turned it on its head. So when you look at it, right, is you look at their live services, grow first party monetization and portfolio diversity, right? Yes, single player catalog, we all know, but when they say live services, right, Destiny 2, the show, Haven, Naughty Dog is going to be making I think that's going to be the factions type game that they're getting ready to come out with. Firewalk is the studio that they got in place of Pixel Opus. Guerrilla, I'd be interested to see what they're going to be doing for a live service game. Is that A, something within Horizon, or B, are they bringing back something like Killzone, or is it a new IP?
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
But looking at those kinds of names and examples, like I'm understanding more where Matt's
where that money is going. I get
that. But at the same time, like if you start saturating the market with live service games, you're gonna not get as much of a diverse or large community for you're gonna have specialty communities out of this.
So Theo, this is the conundrum here. You are absolutely correct. But what you're also talking about is the future and the problem and the growth of where this is going, not only just for gaming, but also what they're talking about in the streaming industry. Where is it going to cancel itself out? Where are we going to put a stop to all of these different streaming services or all these different tournament gaming games that comes out where like it oversaturates the market? So
because
I'm just saying this is going to be interesting to see where it goes.
The market definitely doesn't want more of me, where I have one game I play and other games just sit there. at least with like you guys, you play your other games.
But it's crazy to see like we're starting to see the market form and how we're starting to see the market kind of like form and come about, where that's the scary part. Like now we see where this is going. It's going to be a pay to play. It's going to be like, like avatars are going to be customizable, and where is it going to end? And then is that going to be the end all be all of the gaming industry, where single player games are going to be gone?
I have a wrench to throw into your methodology real quick.
Okay.
So what if with the live service games, they happen to follow the structure that Bungie has with Destiny, where from the very beginning up to a certain amount of content, it's free to play?
But what
if you have more games like that as they've progressed, they become free? Puppy. Why are we distracting me with puppies? Puppies.
Why are we distracting with puppies, Theo?
Did you get a dog, dude?
This is Marnie.
Hey! Oh my gosh.
She is an Alaskan Husky.
Adorable. Husky, I'm jealous.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
Look at those ears.
I won't be jealous when she's fully grown and has super long hair and shedding everywhere.
As well
Theo says he won't be jealous when she's full grown
every
and shedding
20 minutes.
So gorgeous.
It only happens if you don't brush them.
That's true.
Yeah, but I'm lazy. I don't brush dogs.
he's lazy. He doesn't brush dogs. So yeah, that's our new puppy. Anyway, so here's my thing though with that
it's
real quick.
It's probably going to be that way where you just like Final Fantasy is doing that already. Destiny's doing that already.
Destiny's or Final Fantasy is a live service. FF14 is a live service.
I didn't know they did free to play up to a certain content.
Yes,
the end of let's.
So technically, if they did that, they would make their money in the DLC and the tournaments that would come in, like because you would have to pay to get into all of that for the currency and all that.
Here's my thing though: is if you start shifting everything to live service, you are going to alienate part of your player base. Because there is a part of the player base that can't do online because they don't have the access to high-speed internet.
Yeah.
There is also that part of your gaming community that can't do live online games because they have kids, babies, whatever it is, right? Yeah. Where you can't pause those games. So you have to make sure
they need to save. They need to take their time. They covet that time.
Versus how many times in Destiny or Division have I had to say, hold on just a second, and I've had to go hide behind a rock to make sure I don't get shot.
Yeah, or we would be like, all right, cover, go.
Or B, live service has always say that format.
Or B, the man in the corner, the babyface one, as I'm sitting there on the tower deciding to go push my ass off the tower while I'm gone.
I tried to do that to Jerry to introduce him to Destiny, but it didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work. Couldn't get me, son.
But who's to say necessarily that the platform doesn't change for that? Because like live service doesn't necessarily always have to mean that you're live on the internet playing.
So it's
just a living game to where that's constantly changing,
and that's the upside with MLB The Show. Every week or so, they're updating the roster, the live roster.
The other thing is, I don't see them changing it, because if they don't think it's broke, why fix it?
Yeah.
And if the money's coming in, why fix that the formula and just have like a new game come in every year and just you know what I mean?
So I answer your question with a question. Why did they start the physical versus digital war? Because right now I only say this because physical still has a presence. Like you said, like we continue saying. It wasn't broke before?
No,
blame Xbox. They started it with Xbox Live.
But the thing is, there are a lot of perks from going digital. Yes.
Did that just come out of Jerry's mouth? What?
No. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not fucking stupid. Yeah. Like, I know. Like, obviously, we talk technology. I know technology. Yeah. Going digital is technically much better. But the physical presence of wanting a physical disc, that is still around right now. It is still fighting. The revolution is still fighting.
Yeah.
But sooner or later, it's going to be done.
It's still fighting. Because
absolutely.
Especially if you like change worlds and go into music, like there's very little physical.
Oh, dude, I'm all digital.
But
I'm all digital in my movies, bro.
8-track tape, CD. Yeah. I know some of the people that listen to this have no idea what I'm saying right now, but still.
I still have my vinyls, but there are a very select few.
I mean,
like essentially.
Okay, can we agree?
I'm all digital, so like I definitely get it. But the thing is. As long as the fight's still going, I'm still going to fight.
Can we agree mini disc had to go?
Yes, mini disc.
Oh, and laser disc.
No.
Those big ass things. No.
Okay, do you understand how they made laser disc though? Like what made it so much better than DVD?
No.
So what it is
the reader.
So each side of the disc was a reel of the movie. It was a literal 1-to-1 transfer. So
really?
So when DVDs, this is me. I used to work for Best Buy, so I got certified and all that stuff. So DVDs, right? And the best one to go look at is go watch an original copy of Heat.
Oh wow.
Okay, and what it was is on DVD, what they would do is they would take two scenes side by side, and they would say what's identical. Or just about identical in the scenery and whatnot. And they would essentially do copy and paste. So they were basically compressing the movie down to fit onto the disc. Right. Whereas Laserdisc was going 1-to-1. What you saw
can fit the whole reel on there.
You could feel one reel on one side of the disc, and that's why you had to flip it over. Is because remember back in the day with those longer movies,
it's almost like the vinyl of
they had
DVDs.
To switch.
It really was. That was the problem.
Yeah. Now, granted,
I did not know that.
From a pain in the butt as a consumer perspective, right? Not knowing that differential. Yeah, it was a pain in the ass to have to get up and go flip that disc. But it was a much better movie experience, because if you go watch Heat, look at the clouds, because a lot of them are identical from different scenes. They're the same freaking clouds because they just did copy paste.
Oh wow.
That's how the original DVD technology worked. Nowadays, it's a lot different, and capacity and whatnot of what the discs are.
Also, lots of clouds are green screen nowadays.
Yeah.
What are clouds?
So
with that, what is snow? What is rain?
We're gonna paint some. No, this is where we need Bob Ross going. Hey, and then we're gonna put some fluffy little clouds right here.
Oh wow!
Happy trees.
Yeah. Come paint with me.
All right, guys. So tomorrow is PlayStation Showcase.
Yeah.
They say it's about an hour and it's going to show off quite a bit. outside of
Jack and Daxter.
FNCF Rebirth. Okay.
Jack and Daxter.
What is your wish list for tomorrow?
They're gonna have Rebirth and 16. They're gonna have Rebirth and 16.
No, 16 they just did. 16 already had its own showcase a week or two ago.
Plug a little bit more, man.
Well, I don't want to get into the hopes up, but my hope, Jack and Daxter.
Okay.
Jack and Daxter, please.
I think.
Although I don't know.
I think we get Rebirth because it's been long rumored that we were going to get 16 and Rebirth in the same year.
Yep. Okay.
Agreed. I think do you think like a full-fledged trailer or like a trailer and gameplay?
I just think a trailer.
Okay.
No, I think there's going to be 1 minute of gameplay. 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay. 1 minute gameplay.
Sure. I'm going to hope for that. I agree with the. I think a trailer.
It's going to be 1 minute of gameplay that says may or may not be actual gameplay.
You're so.
This gameplay was made in alpha,
but it is. But yeah, alpha gameplay. But they're going to be like this.
It's representative of a game still in.
You know what I'm saying? That little
7. It's coming out 7 years in the future.
I think
7 years from now.
I think we get a trailer for Spider-Man 2 because
that's one of my hopes.
Also agreed.
Spider-Man 2.
What is it? Tony Todd, the one playing Venom. He kind of leaked out back and got in trouble for it on Twitter because he said that the game was coming out in September. So, yeah.
Oh,
he had it. It was all over Twitter, and as soon as like Insomniac and Sony got wind of it, those tweets disappeared real quick. But I think we see that, and it wouldn't surprise me if, maybe we see a little, of what's coming for Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh my God. How did you get into my head? I was thinking the exact same thing with a teaser for Ghost and a trailer
That'd be
Spider-Man.
Sweet. And this is my ultra wish list. Like Jerry wants Jack and Daxter. As much as I think that the series was fine to end with 4 and even Lost Legacy was good, but what they did in that whole PlayStation, live news broadcast.
Don't you dare jinx it. Don't you dare jinx it and throw it out there in the universe. Don't you dare throw it out there in the universe
for it to be there.
I don't want it to be there. Don't do it. Don't do it, bro. It's gonna kill it. It's gonna kill it. We were good. We're good at 4. We're good. We don't need another. It's done. Let it lie. Let it die, bro. I let go because it was good. It ended well. We got a closing ending. We got a closer. It was great. Great closer. Not down for the count. It was great.
What if we got a trailer for Uncharted 2, the movie?
Oh God. You know what? You know what?
Okay with that.
It was done. It was done.
If Mark Wahlberg got recast, I'd have more hope.
I will say this is if it is legit because of what they showed in that whole like PlayStation news, thing that showed off all the series.
No, I think why that was in there is because that's a huge franchise and that always draws attention.
Here's the thing, though, is there is an internal studio that is supposedly working on Uncharted,
but not
so
Naughty Dog?
And it's not Naughty Dog because Naughty Dog's been working on.
I already don't like it. I don't like it.
And
no,
Naughty Dog is supposedly assisting with the development of the game, but it's not going to be completely Naughty Dog because Naughty Dog is apparently working on new IP.
Interesting.
Yeah, because Naughty Dog's like, yo, we're done. It's good.
They're done.
If they do another one, if the only way I will accept, fuck it, it's Uncharted. I'll still play the fucker. But I'm a sucker for Uncharted. But I think the only way for me to, it has to be his daughter.
Don't ruin
it. And Nathan has to be. And the only way Nathan is involved with it is he's like telling the story at the beginning about how he, kind of like a narrator or something. And it like it's years after Uncharted 4, she shows up.
See, even then, dude, you don't have the fear. You said it's got to be with the daughter. You don't have the fear. You say you want the daughter. Yeah, okay, that sounds like a great idea. But then they write the daughter's still a little kid, gets kidnapped. Now you got to be
no
again, or she's a teenager and she's angsty.
Jared,
and then her and Nathan are a duo in the game. I'm
just going to put it out there. If
they're going to ruin it.
Stopped everybody from doing things, then nothing would happen.
Ew. Okay, Mr. High Road. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm
true. Did you learn? Hold on. Did you learn nothing from Final Fantasy VII? Did you learn nothing?
I'm sorry. I'm Mr. Drab, but like, no, dude. I'm sorry. Like, it just concerns me that see, that's why Jason and I agree. Like, dude, it's done. Like, they did it. Yeah. They let it die. They let it die well. It was finished so well.
Like I said,
don't be Marvel. Don't Marvel this.
They need to bring back the mechanics of Uncharted, though. They need to bring back mechanics.
To a new IP. Absolutely. Bring everything that was the glory of Uncharted 4 to a new IP and, give us something new. But let Uncharted be. Like, you would not bring back Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man right now, right? No.
Yes. Yeah, they are.
They are.
Yes, they are. Have you not heard about that? He's coming back as a variant of Tony Stark
for multiverse.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's that could be a cameo.
But still,
doesn't matter. No. I'm talking about if they brought him back. Like if people are saying, no.
We need another Uncharted, but it can't be with Nathan Drake though. It has to be.
Why is it considered Uncharted?
Do you,
yes.
There you go. See,
we had Lost Legacy. That was still an Uncharted.
Yes.
Was Nathan Drake in Lost Legacy?
Nope.
No, but his brother, who was was a Drake.
So
semantics.
I don't know.
No.
It ended well. Just like just like The Last Crusade, it ended well. We shouldn't have had two other movies.
Speaking of, are you have any excitement for the new Indiana
I am so scared. I was so scared.
I was super excited until I saw the reviews just absolutely going off on it.
I don't care. I don't care what anybody's saying. I am scared. I don't care about Harrison Ford's reaction because he got teary-eyed when he was presenting. He was so happy about I don't care.
I'm afraid we're getting Crystal Skull Part 2.
Yes,
he's teary-eyed because he doesn't have to do it anymore. He's like,
exactly. He's like, oh my God, they paid me so much damn money to do this, and it's the last one. Yes,
it's like I just wanted Han. It's like I just wanted Han to die at the end of Empire.
Yeah, he got that too. Yeah, dude, I'm scared for that movie.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So, Jason, what we've all kind of said things. What do you want most tomorrow?
Tomorrow, obviously, you're going to see a little bit of gameplay footage for Rebirth. A little bit more for 16. It won't be much more, but it'll probably be a little bit more.
It's Square. You'll get nothing.
I have a feeling that they're going to show more gameplay, more maybe even reveal another character for Tekken 8. It's right around the corner.
Okay.
Good call.
Because Bandai Namco, it's they're very quiet about doing their things. Like they don't just blow it up and then they just blow it up instantly. Like Harada is just always it's his key. It's his trademark. So maybe something with him for maybe 10 minutes. Other than that, nothing out the pipeline where I'm like, yo, man, I'm looking forward to this. Or, hey, all the games I'm going to get, I'm already pre-ordered for. So I'm not, I know we'll get a few indie games here and there. I don't know what they'll be, but hopefully they look interesting. Yeah. But hopefully there's a new character for Tekken 8. That'd be cool just to see it.
Okay.
And Harada's how he presents it's always oh.
Yeah, so we'll see. next week on Tuesday, we will be able to talk about what were we right? Were we wrong? How far off base were we? And we'll be able to do that.
How let down we were, most likely.
And if we're not let down, is Jerry gonna have to do another dance? Anyways. But
that's all right.
We're gonna have to think about that dance too.
He's in so much fear of things. He's a skeptic of it all. So
yes.
I really am, because like like you guys threw out some, like whoever threw out the Wednesday dance, like that was okay. That kind of like scared me into like that scared me straight. Like, all right.
We will be discussing what was shown off at the showcase with special guest Reality Pales.
Yeah.
So he will be making his long him and I were just talking about that on Twitter and how long it's been since he's been on. He said he misses the gang, so he's coming on back. I was gonna try and sneak him on tonight, but he had a meeting for work, so he wasn't able to join that, but he will be here.
Sweet.
Work ruins everything.
Yeah.
Next Tuesday with work notwithstanding, if it doesn't hop in the way. So real quick, go around the horn. Jason, what you been playing?
I've been playing Ghost, actually. Just been
nice, dude.
Putting in a couple hours here and there. Nothing too dramatic.
What do you? How are you liking it?
Are you still torn on it?
I'm in Act 2. It's doing its job and it's fun. Some of the things is just a little bit too stretched out now, I feel. Okay. Like some of the quests, they just make me laugh because I'm just like, dude, really? Like,
so let me ask
some repetitive.
Yeah. So let me ask this, Jason. Have you, while you've been playing, actually just stopped and taken in the scenery?
I have a little bit, but not a lot. Like, once you get, I'm not a big Red Dead where I just like ride all the way from point A to point B. I'm like, yo, just let me fast travel. Let me just get over there. Like, but
in Jerry's mind, that's because you don't like fishing
or hunting.
Yeah.
Or just actually getting distracted and robbing someone.
I will squirrel. I will squirrel like no tomorrow, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially in Horizon.
It's a lot of squirreling, but it doesn't flow right now. It doesn't flow for me at the moment. It's
just taking in. It is a first iteration of a game, and it's for me as a first iteration. It was done. It was executed well. But the side missions and are going to feel a little repetitive.
Very repetitive.
Mainly the unlockables to get like your experience up.
Yeah,
that's the main thing that gets repetitive.
Yeah,
the fox statues, the shrines, stuff like that.
Yeah, those I've kind of like, honestly, I've just been passing them up, and I'm just like trying to just do some side missions because I know it'll be beneficial.
So just to get a little bit more into it, I would stick to some of the story missions, because that's where it really, I think, has the heart of it. Because that's where we got really into it, man. The story is very well done.
Yes,
and that's when you get more into the game. Yeah.
So real quick, Theo wanted to interject, and then we'll make him say.
Okay, yeah. Go
ahead. Since you brought up fishing, and I sent this to Jerry just because it made me think of him. That I came across a video that showed that there is fishing in Destiny 2.
What?
There's fishing in Destiny 2 right now.
No way.
With the new season. Yeah.
That's hilarious. I have to check that out.
Okay, I'm good.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Just been playing a little bit of Ghost.
Cool.
Not nothing much else, catching up. Because of the writer strike. Because of the writer strike, I've been catching up on TV and movies and stuff like that. So caught up on John Wick 1, John Wick 2.
Nice.
I gotta watch John Wick 3 and 4, but
watching 4 tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, see, I guess that's the only pro that I've seen with this writer strike, is that I've been able to catch up on stuff. Maybe I might catch up on Marvel one day because of them,
Yeah, whatever.
It's like,
Okay.
we'll see how long this strike goes, and then Marvel's gonna be like, you know
can't
what?
Wait to hear about that.
I gotta pause phase 18.
So,
oh my goodness!
All right,
so annoying,
Jerry. What you on?
Zelda, mostly Zelda, and then every once in a while I'll take a break and do a bounty here and there on Survivor.
Nice,
and that's it.
You still enjoying it?
Survivor.
Yes.
Survivor. Yes, I still highly recommend. It really has improved on like everything from the previous game. And once again, it gives you, I would say, more to do after the story, which is why I'm still pursuing because you can go and get bounty hunters and fight them, and
nice.
Like there's a whole list of bounties until you get to the end, and apparently that opens up a secret cinematic. So there are a lot of cool things after the story is done, and then of course Tears. I'm just exploring away, enjoying every minute of it, using my amiibos. It's great. I'm sure you too, Matt. What about you?
I've been playing Tears. I've been using the amiibos to get gear and whatnot, which is kind of interesting because I've gotten drops on weapons that are not decayed out of the amiibos.
There you go.
So they're a bit stronger. So I got a knight's broadsword, which in game, they're decayed. They're like a power 7 or 8, right? Yeah. The one I got dropped was an 18 power and not decayed. I'm enjoying Tears. I love the fuse and the ascend ability. As cool as it is to see everybody making the Ultra Hand stuff, for me personally, and this is kind of like Breath of the Wild was okay with some of the shrines and stuff, but I'm not a fan of all the Ultra Hand stuff that they're a lot of the shrines I'm coming across the bulk of them are all you have to do Ultra Hand in some way, shape, or form to beat the shrines. So in that respect,
that is very true, and it's kind of forcibly
it's forcing you to do it, and
kind of because it's kind of it's funny because you kind of reminded me holy crap, that's true. Every shrine I've pretty much had to use it.
At least with Breath, you had the different abilities.
Ice or timing. Yeah, but no matter what, you have to use Ultra Hand.
Yes, and that
incorporated with something. Yeah,
and that is taking some of the fun out of it for me. I love the puzzles. Don't get me wrong. I love how they're forcing you to kind of think about things, but in a lot of cases, they're forcing you to do it with Ultra Hand.
And I feel like it kind of slows down the gameplay a little bit too. It slows down your progression
in some ways. Yeah. And
honestly, I really haven't been thinking about it, but now that it was brought up, I'm
yeah. So,
I'm still on the tutorial island right now, the Sky Island.
Oh yeah.
So, no, it is good. I love that they took the time, the extra 6 months delay to flesh out the physics engine, because that physics engine is ridiculous. Regardless if you're using, Ultra Hand and making stuff, or B, you're using fuse and tossing a bomb flower on the front of an arrow and blowing things out of the, off the ledge.
I'm enjoying still enjoying those TikToks, by the way.
The one thing I do
so fun.
The one thing I do like is rewind, because I've been throwing rocks and stuff back at enemies when they throw those big boulders at me. I'm just like, rewind, throwing it back at you. So, but yeah, so we'll see where it heads. I am been jonesing for some real baseball and whatnot, so I'm probably going to fire the show back up on the PS5, because the Switch version just doesn't. It can't. No, I can't.
Well, yeah.
I've tried. So, but anything with that though, I want to thank everybody for crashing game night with us tonight, that hopped in, watched us, in the backgrounds or whatever. If this is your first time and you enjoyed what you heard, please make sure to hit that follow button on the platform that you are enjoying us on. Head on over to crashinggamenight.com, check out our back episodes, as well as find us on the other platforms you want to enjoy us on. And right now, guys, just be excellent to each other. And when I say that, that includes the Kuroks as well.
So sad. but yet so satisfying. Those videos are so funny.
You're done.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Terrible. Yeah, that's right, guys. Come on, let's spread the cheer. Let's try and be a little bit more compassionate and patient, especially with them Kuroks, because good Lord, some of you people, I'm not gonna lie, man. I question you. I question your psyche.
Dude, there's something in the genetic
because there's some cruelty. There's cruelness. There's some thought behind it. It's bad. Anyways, God damn, they're funny though. Yeah. Anyways, everyone, please. It seems like the atmosphere is getting a little bit better, but we're not out of the woods. We still need to come together. We still need to be patient, help each other out, and try and be there for one another. So once again, let's just try and just try and be better. And thank you guys. Thank you, nerds. And stay cool. Okay. Booyah.
Well, everybody, hopefully you guys will have an awesome
J-Line, take it home.
Let the man speak.
Sorry.
Come on, man.
Hopefully you guys will have a good week. It's going to be Memorial Day weekend, so take care, be safe out there. Congratulations again to the Denver Nuggets on their beating the LA Lakers.
Yeah.
No. Sweeping the LA Lakers.
It's okay.
Really had to bring it up.
It's all right though. Congratulations for making it. Yep. Hopefully you guys will be 1-1. Hopefully you guys will be 1-1, undefeated in the final.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys will feel like what we felt before many times. Many times.
I mean, Nuggets have we've never come close, so
so we'll see. Hopefully, good luck, guys.
The sky's the limit. Literally,
always ended up. It feels great to say this again. My man, Theo Walski. Send us off like you do.
So I'm going to actually send us off on a slight sad note, and I'm going to send out on behalf of Crashing Game Night, best wishes and prayers to the family of Ray Stevenson, actor of MCU.
Right.
He passed away yesterday. For those who do not recognize the
he's
name,
also one of the Jedi in Ahsoka. Or the Sith.
Yep.
Which is possibly his final works.
Yep. But yeah, he was a Volstagg in Thor, as well as he did play the not so popular Frank Castle Punisher Warzone. So
that's right. Yeah.
But on the lighter note, thank you all for watching. Thanks for listening. Till next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
And Theo is encased in
my video
as
is
we
just
show.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
No, I've obviously been working on my ventriloquism, and you can't see my mouth move. So
well done, Theo. Well done.
Good night, everybody.
Trying to mimic.